If you look up day in the life videos of the Vision Pro on YouTube, you get a lot of old 1-year-old videos made the first week the Vision Pro came out, and they're all made by content creators wanting to go viral. You'll see someone taking a shower with the Vision Pro, brushing their teeth with it, playing sports, and even trying to get through airport security. Obviously, the Vision Pro was not designed to be used this way. In this video, I'm going to take you through a real day in the life of using the Vision Pro. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned that one of the problems the Vision Pro has is that a lot of people have no idea what it's for, and some actually think it's meant to be worn all day, every day. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth, and in this video, you'll see what it's like to really own a Vision Pro and use it on a daily basis. Okay, so I start off my day like most people. I get up, brush my teeth, get dressed, but I also have to get my daughter ready for school and make her breakfast in the morning. Now, I make an effort not to check my email first thing, especially if it's work related, because there's nothing worse than waking up to a stressful email first thing in the morning. After this, I either go to a coffee shop with my MacBook or I go for a run. Anyone who works from home knows it's essential to get out of the house when you can, and being around people first thing or going for a run in the park is a great way to wake up and get my day started. After running or getting coffee, I head home, have breakfast, and then usually put on my Vision Pro for the first time, usually around 9:30 to 10 a.m. depending on my schedule. Usually the first things I do in the morning are productivity based, emailing, responding to emails, doing research, and that typically keeps me busy for the first few hours. Normally for this stuff, I use my Vision Pro with only a keyboard. Sometimes I use a mouse, but honestly that's rare because of the eye tracking being so good. Also, a good amount of the time I don't use a keyboard at all and just use the voice dictation. For shorter, simple emails and writing, this is usually more than good enough. But for longer, technical emails, I always grab my keyboard. By this point, it's normally 11:30 to 12, and I naturally take a break, not because it's uncomfortable or not because the battery's dead, because I naturally just need to get up, walk around, make a coffee, take the dog out, and anything like that. It's what I do if I was working on a MacBook, desktop, or any other device. Then after a good 20 to 25 minutes or so of taking the dog out and making another coffee, I usually do my video work. This might be editing one of my YouTube videos or client work. For this, I use DaVinci Resolve with a Mac Virtual Display on the wide setting. Ultra wide is honestly too wide for me, and working and editing this way has been amazing and a total game changer. For anyone doing video work, I highly recommend working on a Vision Pro. I actually have a 27 and 24 inch monitors, and those now seem too small and limiting when I use them. A lot of days, this is where I may do the bulk of my work. I put on my Vision Pro, turn on an environment, and before you know it, several hours have gone by and it's time to have some lunch and then pick up my daughter. Usually after lunch, I have an awkward amount of time free before picking up my daughter, and so this is where I might spend 20 minutes or so viewing content like YouTube videos or catching up on news, things like that. Normally by this point, I've worn the Vision Pro a good 4 to 5 hours or so, and by charging it during my breaks or plugging it in, should it get low, the battery is never an issue. Okay, so this is the time of day where typically I take an hour break or so, wait for my wife to get home, and then after that I go back in my office and work a few more hours. Honestly, during this time, I may or may not wear the Vision Pro. It just depends on my mood and what needs to get done. Realistically, after about 4 to 5 hours in a day, I'm sort of maxed out on having something on my head. If I don't wear it, I'll work on my MacBook or Mac Studio depending on what needs to get done and tie up loose ends before I end my workday. In the evening, I usually spend time with the family, and if I do use my Vision Pro, it'll be to watch a quick show like Severance for about an hour. Which, by the way, if you haven't started watching it yet, please do. It's no joke, one of the best shows I've ever seen. Also, if you have any Severance theories, I'd love to read those below in the comments. So that's my day in the life of owning a Vision Pro. I don't wear it all day long. I don't go swimming with it. I don't use it for any other extracurricular activities. On weekends, I honestly wear it maybe an hour at the most. I typically like to go out and just enjoy my weekend in the real world. And if I do wear it, I will use it to watch a movie or a TV show. During the week, I love how having multiple large windows and an environment makes me so productive and drowns out everything around me to help me focus. While doing my video work, I love how large I can see the video playback, how I can see so much of my timeline and all of my clips while I work. And when I watch any movies or shows, I love how immersive and large the screen is. how great the sound is, and love the feeling of having my own personal theater. Is this device perfect? No, it's far from it, but already in the past year, it's done what a good tool or technology does. It's made my life easier and more enjoyable. I think I've watched more movies in the last year than I had in the previous 5 years before that. Being able to watch classic movies in a giant theater, or even newer movies for that matter, to me, someone who's worked in the film industry their entire life, has made this purchase more than worth it. Okay, so that's it. I hope you have a good idea of what it's like to realistically own a Vision Pro now. Like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.